innovator. We got a top flow. I can change your mind back up. Yeah, what you share? Yeah.
Chwani, anytime I'm a steps, fucking tiny. Daga one, but just that tag. Do the style, you know we don't papa. Keep on a vapala, vachenga vatala, makampala. Yeah, come on for the cat to Katali. We push and stay strong like Netabi.
Hawe, Namibia's hunted Hawaju. I'm also fine like you. It's a Friday and you know what we do on Fridays, okay? One thing and one thing only. Before we even proceed with anything else, did you get yourself a copy of the New Era? You need to get yourself a copy of the New Era, okay? It's the norm, and this is what we always say. It's the biggest newspaper brand in the country. Get yourself a copy of the New Era before we even start with this episode, all right? Now, every Fridays we visualize this column that I've been authoring since 2014, okay? Industry Loop. So what we decided, just in case this is your first time tuning in, what we decided is, listen, we've been writing about the industry. We've been talking about this industry. We've been criticizing. We've been fighting. We've been gossiping. And we've been giving advice since 2014. Why not visualize it? Why not bring on the personalities that you know about, that you gossip about? You know what I mean? When you play pool at the bars, when you sit at the car wash, when you're having these conversations about music, and when you're having these debates about who's the best, why not bring on the actual people and bring them on this couch and have a conversation about what they did and ask them the right question? And today we're going to do exactly that. Now, this gentleman, I've been thinking about how I need to introduce this man, okay? And let me just tell you, even I, as an experienced broadcaster, as an experienced MC, I don't know how to introduce this guy. All I can tell you is this guy is literally the godfather of your favorite goat. Think about it again. I'll run it back again. This guy is the godfather of your favorite goat, who you consider the greatest of all time. This guy that I have with me is the man that was the catalyst behind your GOAT, behind your greatest of all time. In every single conversation that we've had here, especially with artists, they point to one man and one man only. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you call him, we call him Dr. Mavovo, but in actual fact, birth certificate, we call him Elvo Tirgat. Let's welcome him to Industry Loop. Aburi Elvo.
Oh, yeah.
How are you doing, my guy?
No, I'm great.
Yeah,
Otherwise, how are you?
No, man. Listen, first things first, before we start anything with anything else, man. Cake me, bro. They say that you need to appreciate your legends. You need to appreciate the people that have paved the way while they are still alive. There's a lot of people that died, bro, in this industry, in Namibia and in terms of the continent.
Yes.
Us right now, everyone, production team, our producer, everyone here, we want to give you your flowers because
yes.
It's because of you that we have K-Boss. It's because of you that we have Glow. It's because of you that we have Gaza, Dog, King Titty now, and all these amazing brands that have shaped the sound and the landscape of Namibia. So almost come and give you my hand through. Thank you so much, Puta.
Yeah, I do appreciate also everybody who was there during the time of we were busy working with all that. So let me also appreciate all the other producers and others being there for me.
So let's talk about this. Like I said, every single person that we bring on this couch, there's one name that comes on, and that name is Elvo.
Yes.
So come on, what Elvo's the story? Like you started in the early 90s.
Yes.
Walk us through that story. Who inspired you? What
Yeah.
When did you realize that actually this music thing is for me?
Oh yes. Okay. We were on the 90s.
Yeah, 90s, early 90s.
Okay, yeah.
Very beginning.
Yeah, no. Look, in the early 90s, 1993, 94.
1993 already.
Yeah.
3 years after independence.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
I realized that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in music. But I'm still in school by then. You know. So I'm 1993. Now I have to think. I even forgot how long ago was it.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, but yeah, I really want to say as is because I don't want to suck up things here because I remember it far away. I really want to tell you what I do remember.
as precise as
as precise as possible. In 1995, I finished grade 10. That's at least what I remember. So let's yeah.
8,
So I finished grade 10 in 1995. So 93 should be grade 8.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I wanted to be exact. I don't want to just say things. So you guys know I was at a boys' school, Pioneer. That's where I was, grade 8 to 10. That's where I finished grade 10, and then first the school years. Then 2 years I was not schooling. I was just doing music for 2 years, and then after 2 years I went to David Passade Note, grade 11 and 12, 97, 98 I finished. 98, 99 I finished matric. So there's a 2-year period I was not in school. I was busy doing music.
So you started with music in grade 8?
Yeah, it's what I realized. It's what I want to do. But you know, I'm still a youngster. You know, play around when there's these shows like music shows. You go on there. You know, the old school hip hop. I was listening to a lot of the old school hip hop like NWA and those guys were. Yeah, it's what we were listening to. Cypress Hill. There's those. So when there's shows, you know, we were just we call it what you call it, beatboxing.
Beatboxing.
Yeah, remember we don't have backtracks.
Yeah. You can beatbox, most.
Yeah. I come from that era, so there's no backtrack, no what.
Yeah.
So that's how we used to perform.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
you had a group
so
called
that's how
Noble Lashes, most, no?
That's now later on. Yeah.
That's only later on.
Later, yeah.
Okay, tell me about
It's
this
the
group. Because I understand you guys were so hot in the location that you guys even went to France.
Yeah. In 98, we 1990s. Who the years?
Was it 90? So it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I wanted to be really exact, so I don't want to. 1998 because the World Cup for France was 1998.
Yes, it was
that's during the World Cup.
Yes,
yeah, that's how I remember.
Cup, yeah.
World Cup.
How did you guys get to go to France?
Okay, so sorry, your first question was how we met with Noble Lashes.
Yeah.
The Noble Lashes met in 1990, should be, because 93, we were just, let's say 92 years after. Yeah, you know, when I was finishing grade 10, yeah, the Noble Lashes, I told you, was on 2 years, that's now where the Noble Lashes existence. 96, 7 during that time. Let's say 95, 6, yeah, around there. Yeah.
Who were the group members?
We were 3. Me as Elvo, another friend of mine. I grew up with him. He's from Angola. His name was his name is Armando.
Armando. Okay.
And then the third member was Prince. Who, his real name is Brzezinski. He stays now in London.
Oh, really?
He's married there. Years ago, it's maybe could be even now more than 10 years now. He's there. He's the guy who left, and he made a living that side. Yeah. Okay. So that's the 3 of us.
And so you in the school,
which is also Namibian. He was
also Namibian. Yeah. So you'd be the big boxer, and the 2 of them would rap.
No. We do everything. Yeah, we take turns.
Yesterday, bro.
Yeah, just to make a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I mean.
Armando, me and Prince sometimes would take turns, but Armando was more our writer. He was the guy behind the lyrics. He would write for us. Yeah. Sometimes it's my turn too, because I was not so much into the lyrics story. I'm just sometimes I'll just be the beatbox and come up with a melody, and, you know, come up with something. But no wonder I was into the production. Exactly. Yeah, but I was more that guy. But then I must also rap, you know, to entertain people. Yeah. So then he will kind of like help me with the lyrics.
So as you guys are doing now, Noble Lashes.
Yes.
I'm sure that time was now during the NBC Music Makers.
Yes.
That was during that time, right?
Of course.
And then obviously Sanlam only came in the 2000s.
Yes.
Now, did you guys ever got the opportunity to be on the Music Makers stage?
1997.
Were you nominated, or were you
nominated?
You were nominated in 97 with the Music Makers.
Yes.
You?
Yeah.
And imagine it's just
vocal group. It's called vocal group.
Vocal group, yeah.
There was no this thing of they didn't have this thing of what we have now, genres and stuff. As I remember, there was no genres. No.
Back then.
You must sing. You must be a singer.
Yes.
So we didn't sing. We were rapping. Yeah, so we could only fit in that vocal group. We were competing against these groups. You know, you had those. There was always these groups, singing groups. So we had to compete. So we were the only rappers that had to compete against these guys.
Yeah. I mean, the only groups that I remember from back in the day is Eagles Mentality, is Dungeon Group. The Dungeon Family.
Yeah.
I think I'm too young to remember all the other groups, but that's what I remember.
I know I'm going now really way back.
Yeah.
I'm actually going now way back. Dungeon as I remember, Dungeon Family. I only learned to know. I heard about them also in the 90s, but we were not close. I was close with Fidel.
Fidel Odell.
Fidel Odell was a hip hop rapper in the 90s. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, let's fast forward a little bit. Fast forward to the 2000s where you are doing your own thing now.
Yeah.
Right? You're doing your own thing. You have crafted out your what you want to do, your destiny. You know now sound is what you want to do. Right? Who was your first artist that you said, okay, I can actually do this thing on a national scale? Who was the first artist that blew up because of your work? Where you said you produced for this guy and snap, this guy's music went viral. It's playing on, what was the shows back then, Penduka Hute and those things, and he's performing everywhere with the songs that you produced.
Sure, okay. You mean like my first production that went viral?
That went viral, yeah.
That should be now in the year 2002. 2001. I was working with Hookah Duka.
Hookah Duka.
Yeah. Oh, you guys remember Hookah?
Of course, bro. We love music here.
Yeah, Hookah, I think that's one of the first dudes. If you talk about viral, let's say viral in that year. You know, our type of viral you know, our viral, how I understand viral those times is when at least you were interviewed on TV at least.
Exactly.
You know, that was our type of viral. Not music sales. We're not talking about music sales now. So let's talk about being out there and being exposed. Yes, it was the Hookah Duka. I call him Hookah Duka, Hookah Solo. He always used to come with those names. So I was producing for him. Dore. Yes, yeah.
You brought the Dore?
I produce all this stuff. I'm the producer for Dore. I'm actually Dore's producer.
Yeah.
I was Dore's producer.
This is what come from the two.
I produced that song.
That hit song.
I'm the one who produced it.
You're the one who was behind it.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
It's just that time people didn't know. So because there was not viral. Our viral was like I said, when you at least interview or
Back then though, like, did they ever care about the producers or was it just the artists?
Yeah, it's the producer. No, it was just the artist. Yeah, I don't want to say in our country people don't care about production, but our platforms is minimal than others' platforms. For producers, the platform is a bit minimal in Namibia.
Okay, so I mean, again, so Hookah Dore is in your studio. And then here comes these young kids called now the Dog.
They came after now. That's when I met them in 2002-03 there.
Yeah. How did that relationship develop?
Mr. Mr. Maroki now, he was working with Big Ben.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't working with me in the beginning. He came from another studio because he only just heard about me, and then that's how he came to me. If you ask me who told him, I will not know. He just saw them. They show up there. Yeah, someone they just heard from people. That's how they come and tell me. So, but anyway, he came from. When he came to me, he told me he was at Big Ben because he played me a song called Number 9. Yeah, he came with that song to me. That's how I.
Did you touch the song, or did you? No. Or it was just in its raw
It was already released.
Okay. So after that, you started working on this other things?
I only started after.
Yeah.
After. I did for him Perfecto Tremendos.
You did Perfecto Tremendos?
Yeah. After. That's the first song. After.
How do we not know these things? I'm actually angry now. As an Namibian, I'm very angry. How do we not know the person who created these things, who laid down the DJ, okay, you know what? I'll release my anger later. So you did Perfecto Tormentos.
Yeah, I was producing.
And then
Perfecto
you create,
Tormentos,
so you sort of kind of.
Yeah, but please, sorry, let me not talk about myself. You see, because I have that mentality of not trying to just focus on myself. That's like I said to you in the beginning. We were a team working together. I always notify the artists too. Look, they are still around me. They still come to me. We still talk. I do give respect to them also. You know, sometimes also if they were not there, I wouldn't have got this material out. Let me also respect them for that. You understand? They were there. So it's like, but the person behind the production and who actually behind the computer recorded them, make sure the track is finished, it was me. The person who was writing, sitting behind me, you know, I want to make this clear because tomorrow we don't want to hear who did what and who. So let me make it clear. It was not like how I think what's happening now to production today. It's like you make the beat and you sell the beat to the person. Those years wasn't like it. I want to make it clear. Those years, we don't have internet, we don't have those things. So you are just coming to the studio, basically you are sitting and then you are busy, whether you mumble with your mouth or whatever you do something. So what they come to me, they are mumbling there, whatever, or they do some singing there or just sing something. And I jump in and I make the back track. So, but if we say I produce the whole song, I cannot say that. You know, producing the beat, and I think this is also going for all the producers, please, to produce a whole track, it's not you alone, unless you wrote the song also. You know, then you can, because when you hear the word production, I produced this track. I can't say I produced that track. Let me say I was part of the production of the production. But maybe I was the main producer in the whole thing because I made sure mostly of the main production is done. But to say I produced a whole track, because remember there's vocals on it. I didn't write for that guy. Because nowadays, you know, look, I'm also doing my research about when I the terminology, man. Yeah, I'm teaching these things. So I'm also teaching other producers, you understand, to understand where they are playing a game. So please, if you sold the beat to the person, you are still not the full-time, you are not the one who produce a track. You can't sell a beat to someone and say, I'm the producer of the track. You were supposed to be at least involved with this guy. Now, you remember, so why I say I was a little bit more of the percentage of the production in the track, because I didn't just produce the back track, but I would also record them and I also mix the song. I'm totally from beginning till the end of the guy. You understand? So if you want to, this is also just for anyone who think how to be a producer, please be involved in the recording process of the guy.
All the way.
Be involved with all the way. Don't just sell something to someone and expect you are a producer. So why I can at least, I'm not self-claiming here, but at least I can call myself a music producer because I had to stay from the beginning to the end. So let us make it clear.
Of course.
Now we can say, yes, you said Perfecto. Yes, I produced. I produced. Now we understand the terminology produced.
Yes. Okay.
So that we just understand that. If I say produce, I record. I'm there busy. I'm also mixing there. So you just understand.
You reached serious success with the work that you do. I mean, apart from getting nominated with Noble Lashes, you also won Best Producer with Sanlam. I think it's 3 times, 4 times that you won with the Sanlam
3 or 4
Music Awards.
3 or 4.
So you reached that level where you are top tier. You are cream de la cream.
I appreciate it.
Do you understand? Everyone is calling you. Everyone wants to work with you. You had the best production hand in the country at some point.
Thank you.
What happened after that, bro? Because you were at this level, and then for some reason, it went a little down.
Yes.
Why did it go down?
Yeah, it did go down. So the CD manufacturers, people couldn't send their songs for CD duplication anymore. Most of my production was based on CD productions. So when the CD technology left this country, it's still there. People still do make CDs, but we take it as a token. It's not like me. I'm producing. I literally produce for this guy to make how many copies. So as I'm in the studio, these guys are already discussing how many copies they are making. I'm that type of producer. So we are producing to
you're
sell.
an album producer.
Yes, I was an album producer.
Not just one song stories.
No, album.
Like you want to shape,
Yeah.
you want to sit and shape the whole sound
album.
of the
We are
album.
looking at the whole album. Because we are already discussing how much copies we want to sell. While I'm busy producing it, we are busy working on the song. So you were saying the downfall is because that stopped. When that stopped, it became what do you call now with the social media?
Yeah, streaming and
yeah, it becomes streaming and those.
yeah.
So you can't make money out of streaming. I don't know by now. Maybe I might be mistaken. Maybe now I don't know. But as far as I can concern, you don't make money out of streaming music in Namibia. As far as I concern, I don't know how much money others make now, or do they do make money out of streaming? Maybe they do. Maybe there's another form of what they do now. But as when that stopped, it went to streaming, but it was totally new to us, and it took a lot of you. I'm talking now in the year of 2012, that around there, 2012. So it's a couple of years. So you should know the cities are getting lesser. People, artists are selling lesser. Things are getting lesser. Artists coming to studio lesser. Prices has to go down. My prices must go down.
Exactly.
So I am gonna go down.
You were at a certain level, man.
Yeah.
Your pricing was at a certain level.
Yeah.
Now this factor is bringing you
Yeah, there
down.
was no two stories when an artist come in the studio and said, I want this. There's also two stories. You put the price, we do this so much, no problem. But we do.
We work.
There's no two or complaining, no, I don't, nothing. We just work. Everybody is sorted. Because this person also sorted, he knows already, if I work with this Elvo, that is the type of producer I was when they came to me. They knew I can come to Elvo because I know I can sell more copies. That's the only reason why I was there.
Because the name,
Now, let us be clear,
had credibility.
Yeah, that is the reason why I just wanted to be clear and straightforward. I was there in that early 2000 because a lot of CDs sold. Yeah, we can mention these albums.
Okay.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah. Hold that thought. I think I'm still infatuated by the fact that you work with Doré.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and task our producer to try and find Doré's song somewhere.
Yeah.
To try and find Doré's song somewhere, and then we will play it for you. We'll take a small break and we'll be back.
I'm the one singing also in there.
You are the one singing also
Yes.
in the song.
These kids, they come from the Tura. It's
That's
me
you.
singing there. Yes.
Now we gotta hear the song. Now we gotta hear the song, and we will listen to it differently now, knowing that yesterday it was actually Elvo that was on the hook.
I was on the hook. I'm the one singing the hook.
Stick around, don't go anywhere. It's in the Loop with the NSK with our superstar guest Elvo. Welcome back, the NSK Loop or the NSK, visualizing this column that I've had the honor of anchoring since 2014, and today we have a man that literally shaped or helped, in his context, the way he explained it, helped shape the production and the sound of the Namibian sound since the early 90s, all right? It's Mr. Elvo, Dr. Mavovo, that's in the studio. Real quick, the nickname Dr. Mavovo.
Yes.
Explain that to me real quick. Where did it come from? What does it mean?
It came from Gazlam.
Oh, Gazlam.
Yes.
Gazlam bestowed it on you.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
He gave me that name.
Okay.
I produced the song of him, Picky Picky.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you guys really know that.
Yesterday you produced Picky
yes,
Picky.
Yes.
You're a brute. Okay.
Yeah.
So in production now.
Yeah. Like, that's why I'm saying again, we produce. We was in the studio.
you guys produced.
But I'm just saying so you know, understand
Of course, of
Yeah.
course.
So I also produced that. So
Yeah.
I produced
So in that production element or in that production process, you guys connected, and then in that heat of moment, I'm just saying, man, he's on the Dr. D.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Mavovo.
That's why he made because where the whole name actually come is that of course I first got the name in the early 2000s with the Einstein, with the Matongo families.
Aha.
Yeah, you know,
And
they
go
will
to
always
the Einstein.
Yeah, well, let's go to Einstein. So I was birthed by that name. So where Gaza later on was like also, you know, trying to go with that name, but then Gaza was like, Neman, but try, you are the one who doctors us. You know, when we are sick, we come to you.
Yeah.
You are a doctor. Then he started, no, Doctor Mavovo, you are like a, you know, you what you call those doctors were the bush doctors. You always have a medicine man.
Medicine, the traditional doctor.
I think it's maybe where that Mavovo name. You must ask him. But I think it's how I explain. You know, Mavovo sounds like those guys.
Yeah,
you just make something, and then everything works.
Yeah.
So you know, So in music, I'm apparently that type of doctor.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
No, and listen, my good doctor, you have done the work.
Thank you. Yeah. So it's just to explain. Yeah. So that was how that.
We will come back to guys in a bit, but I really want to touch on your personal life,
Yes.
Elvo. You were raised by a single mother, or in a situation of
Mother and father.
Mother and father.
Yes.
Okay. Your father was present all the way,
Now till I was matric, then he passed on.
and then he passed on.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, 1999, 2008.
Yeah. I mean, how did that affect you? Because you know, like, because you're a teenage boy, you're doing this music, you are on a cusp of something special, and then your father passes on.
Yeah, look, for my father, I'll be honest to you. Look, for my father, there was a time he was a bit away from home, where we were with our mother alone. You know, there was a couple of years, I think 3 or 4 years, he was not with. They were still together with my mother, but they were not close. They're still staying together at one place. So I was a little bit more with my mother there. Let me just be honest there. But the two of them were still married, you know. But my father will be up and down and stuff. And then what hurt me the most where he left, I only felt it then when he left, because he's the guy who taught me how to, you know, to build a studio, you need to have electronic background. So my father was an electronic technician. So you know what, it touched me, you know, because it's what I inherited from him. If it wasn't for him, guys, I wouldn't also have built my own studio. So that's, you know, if you would have had to ask me, how did I have my studio in the early 2000s? I built it myself. Didn't buy things, I built everything. Mike took out of small radios and built it. Yeah, that's how I made. I didn't have the recording mics and these studio mics, no.
Well, you literally go into the shop and buy.
No.
You had to like.
I
put things
opened
together.
small radios and stuff and take those mics out, and that's how I recorded all these first hits you guys are listening to.
That is insane, dude.
Yeah, I learned that from my father.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for his electronic background, because I grew up with a person like that. So that was hurting me, you know, losing someone like that. So, but you know, you won't feel that time, but you know, when the person is gone, it starts touching you.
Of course, yeah. I mean, the reason why I asked you about your father is because, I mean, it's no secret that today in our country, Elvo, because you're a father yourself.
Yes.
Today, it's especially in our country.
Yeah.
We have a problem with fatherhood.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's either absenteeism, or it's just ons verstaan dit nie mekaar nie, like the baby mama or the baby the mother of the child.
Baby mama drama.
Exactly. There's a lot.
Yeah, I know
in
about
terms
those
of,
issues.
in terms of society.
Yeah.
How do you do it in terms of your family structure? We'll get to the divorce and all that, but you are married now again.
Yes.
But how do you, as a father, how do you do it, Buta? Do you understand?
For my kids.
For your kids, and also knowing that, look, you've got Lavi here with your 2 daughters, and then you've got this new marriage.
Yeah.
Not new marriage, but you've been with Kone for a while.
Yeah.
How do you do it, Buta? And why is it important for you?
How do I deal with it?
Yeah.
Or because I'm secondly married now.
Yes.
Of course, I still have because the kids I have in my first marriage with my ex-wife, the kids we still had to communicate.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean there was no other way out. I had to communicate because my kids is my kid. One thing about me is my kids are my kids. You know, I can't. You know, if you made them, you have responsibilities. So I was there for my kids. There was times I couldn't be there. Life was tough. You know, most in the music industry when you go down and up. But at least I didn't run away. You know, where I was missing for, like when we talk about a year, 2 years. No, if I was maybe missing, maybe it could be a month, 2 months, 3 months could pass by. But that's it. You know, but that's when I released, you know, you struggle, then you come back to your kids. That's not how I dealt with the first, with my ex-wife. But when I say any problems, she do call me. So I answer, I talk to her, and then the kids will also come to me. The very first thing I made sure my kids get used to Corne now, in the beginning. When she was still like, which is my wife now. So because for me, it's like I had to know that is this going to be the woman I'm going to be with, because I need to introduce my kids to her. That's before we had kids even. You understand? So I had to be sure. If I was not sure for her, you can't introduce kids to someone you know you're not going to spend your rest of your life with. So I had to be sure of her also, and that's why I had to be sure early stage already in our relationship, maybe after close to because we were already like together for almost 10 years before we could get married. Yeah, you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now maybe a year after already
You already
bring the kids to her. She gets used to it, used to the kids. And and they are now like friends. You should know. So for me, I'm now relaxed. I did my part. No, they can. If she want to talk to the kids, call and talk to the kids. You guys know, Exactly. I don't have that problems of That's how I deal.
It's beautiful that you are laying that out, man. Especially as Namibian men, hearing someone like you of your stature, honestly bringing it out and putting it on the table to say, listen, this is what I did, these were my struggles in terms of my kids and my new wife now and so on. It's really beautiful. I really want to commend you, because we don't have a lot of men that say this on platforms like this, but I can promise you right now.
No, but it's a good thing to be married, really.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Do you want to stay the rest of your life single? Yeah,
especially in our industry, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad to be. Yeah, but if you want to be single and it works for you, so be it. But also it works for us who's married again. Exactly. It's a good thing for us also. So
let's talk about your ex-wife, the previous marriage.
Yes.
You and Lavi, you guys were together for considerable amount of time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 beautiful daughters that birthed from that marriage.
Yeah.
Where did it go wrong, Puta? Like where did things where it guys just couldn't reconcile? Where did it go wrong?
Look, I'm gonna be as open as possible.
Please.
It's a very complicated matter, but for me and Lavi, I will put one and one together. I think it just didn't work out, but the reason why, if I put one and one together, look, I was young, she was young. We met while we were in school there. We got kids while we There was no parents involved there. We had to do everything. We had to play already a role of people that is 10 years older than us. You know, we started jumping into that thing on everything was early. You understand? I had to play like even before we were married, we already lived like husband and wife. There was no such thing as first go out, we there, no.
Yeah.
That part is not
You
there.
guys already committed very early on.
Yeah, you understand. They committed was early on, already in school. So as we are finishing school, we have to play already. And that is the years you are supposed to now first explore. And I'm busy playing a husband. Do you understand?
With the career.
Yeah, and then you must also understand it's not just her. That time I had a brother, a late brother, who passed on later in a couple of years. So he was staying with me. I was staying with my big sister. So you understand, I took care of a lot of people.
So it was
it's a whole family.
Structure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm the one renting the house, and they are all with me.
Yeah.
You understand?
So it was not just you and Lovey alone.
No. You understand? So all those matters was in there. It's complicated. She also lost a mother in that time, during that time, in that early time.
Yeah.
So also was great, but she also had a brother that has to come there. So it was just a whole, things was compact. You understand? And it carried on like it for a couple of years. There was arguments up and down, but we were still like this with the kids. And then till on a later stage, as you are growing up now, it's almost like you start realizing, this is what I want to be. And as you are realizing it, like I said, I'm not pointing fingers at both of us, but let's say she believed that is how she want to be. I believe is how I want to be, because I don't want to put blame on anyone. Yeah. You start realizing, no, maybe it can't work. No, okay, it can't work. Kind of like in that type of sense.
There is a standing, should I call it perception?
Yeah.
That I need you to clear up for us.
Yes.
Because you know this platform is about owning your truth.
Of course.
Okay? There's a standing perception, there's a standing rumor, should I call it. And it has always been a conversation. It has always been mentioned whenever the name of you and Lovey come on.
Yeah.
And the blame was always put on supposed involvement with Gaza. Can you clear this up for us, Buta? Is this true? Was there a situation where Gaza was one of the factors why things didn't work out? Is this just a rumor? Is this just some street talk? Or is there some truth in it? And please understand this, right? In your truth, this is a national platform, right? We will extend that grace to Gaza or to Lovey to say, listen, please come clear up also and bring your side of the story. Clear this up for us. Was Gaza involved in the breakup of your marriage with Lovey?
I don't have proof.
So, but you've heard of the rumors?
Yeah. I have no proof. So I can't point out to that because I will be asked to give out proof. You understand? So Lovey was doing she was working for GMP.
She was working for GMP?
Yes.
Okay.
At least that I can tell you. But further on, I have no proof.
Did you ask about it?
They let them, I think it's best, let them talk about it. If they say no, then let it be.
Now, moving forward, you have your beautiful new wife now.
Yeah.
You just wed her, Corneille, and you've been with her for 10 years.
Yeah.
She had to pick
almost,
you up
yeah,
when you were at your lowest.
Yes, I was. I guess I'm not even. I will tell you guys straight. Listen, I was on my lowest. I was almost like a drunkard. You understand? I fall, and that's the reason why I told you why I jump into the whole alcohol thing. I became crazy. It's because remember I didn't have an early life.
Yeah. Yes.
So as I come out of there, it's like I'm a teenager for the first time.
The first time.
Yeah. So you should understand now.
Alcohol abuse.
It's now club in and out, sunrise, and now she had dealt with that. So our relationship was up and in and out. But I never knew this is the person that's gonna. But it's not like an owing story, but I am guilty. for my first marriage, I cannot put fingers. But this one, I'm the one who's guilty, not her. She's the innocent one. I'm the one who messed up. And she's keep on waiting. I run away, she wait. You understand?
Yeah, because you're still dealing with the previous issue and you are now
So it's going to be unfair if I say, you know, we both are, not she. She was not she didn't drink, she didn't go out, nothing. I'm the one doing those things. For her now.
Yeah.
She has a right to tell me that. But not on my other marriage. Nobody can claim that one.
Coming back to the music, is that why we're not driving a Bentley, Elvo? Because you are like the Dr. Dre of this country. You are like the you are like the man who, what other name can I bring up here? You are like the baby face of this industry.
Yeah.
Naturally, you should be having a triple story. Naturally, you should be having a street named after you. Naturally, you should outside right now there should be a Bentley parked there. Can you contribute that era of after the marriage and abusing alcohol?
Yeah.
Will you contribute that to you not having these assets today?
Yeah, what played a big role also of me is because of the fact that I lost Mosno also a lot during my divorce.
Yes.
The divorce took about more than a year and a half. So you should also understand that. So in the meanwhile, I'm also being crazy this side. It also contributes. I'm also guilty. I can't just blame, but I think it carried on with me like for 4 years. So that time, me and Kona is like, you know, you just know the person, you're like friends. Just come there and, you know, kind of like, we're totally 100% serious, but we are there dating, but also it's off, then on, it's like this. But I never knew this person had this patient for me. You know, it's because of that maybe I started like, no man, I have to be with someone. You know, you realize this is really, but like I'm saying, what contributed a lot, actually more, for not having of what I want is because, first of all, of course the industry changed. CDs are out. I couldn't fall back there. Because everything happened at the same time. Yes. It's divorce, it's the CD story, and all that happened in one thing. My brother also passed on during 2009-10 there. Yeah. Everything. Remember, I'm going through divorce while I'm also here crying of my brother's death. Everything at the same time. I'm dealing with almost 4 things at the same time. Yeah. So you understand. So don't you think I will not be? You know, I even came to a point where I wanted to take my life. I was on that edge.
Did you try to?
I was trying, but not to the point where, you know, I literally, sometimes I will drink in such a way where I will just lie and then I just want to die. You understand? Yes, I saw like death in front of me. I wanted to take. So yes, that is that period. Because it was too much for me to handle, and I don't know where to. You understand?
And also you didn't.
Yeah. So it took me 4 years to get out of it.
To get out of it.
I was stuck in that ball,
cycle,
up till 2014, 15. I'm now becoming like Elvo again.
Yeah.
I'm only opening my eyes. Yeah. So whatever I did during with the help, sometimes she will be there. I even leave her.
Okay.
You see, I'm guilty. I run because I'm not okay. She will be there waiting for me. I can't fall in the house drunk like this. But one thing I never do, I want you guys to know that since I'm a man, I don't lay my hands ever on a woman. I just want you guys to know that. I never. Okay, they say, you know, I never say the word never. Sometimes, you know, but when you say, you know, you can you go there and but I don't beat up woman where you really physically see the scar and the person must go to us. I have never done that in my life. My father was so strict to us. You go close to a girl, you will be beaten.
Yeah.
So I was grew up with that mentality. So, but what I did bad to her is like coming drunk there, you know, lie there, she's there crying. I don't care. Next, tomorrow morning, I'm running away again. But she's just there, you understand, waiting. So it carried on, like I said, almost 4 years after my divorce. My divorce took a whole year. After that year, I started meeting her most now. By myself. And then 4 years after, only I started realizing, who am I? I'm losing her. I have to.
So now Dr. Mavo was back now.
Yeah, after that 4 years.
After the 4 years.
Yeah,
Dr.
so
Mavo
I can't tell you anything in that 4 years. I'm
because it
confused.
was very blurry.
It's blurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dr. Mavo was back. You are slowly but surely now understanding, okay, look, you need to do the...
I must get back in the game.
To where you are now.
2014, 15.
15 there.
Yeah.
Who did you work with? Who was your
Yeah.
landmark? Who did you get employed with? Who were you working with now after that season?
2015 now, I am now, let me just remember.
Is it Deal Done? Is it...
No, Deal Done.
Yeah.
Deal Done Productions. It was in 2000, but the dates, ne? It's during, look, I'm sorry to say this, but Deal Done is while I was...
Still going through.
Yeah, I was working with Dylan while I'm crazy.
Well, you're crazy.
I wish you guys could go in that company of Antonio.
Yeah.
We were drinking like crazy.
Yeah. And he will tell you.
But at least I helped the boy there, MJ. I'm really teaching him there.
You gave birth to MJ. Yes.
Yeah. While I'm there crazy. We are drinking there. I'm teaching him.
You also teaching him.
Yeah, I'm just teaching him there.
Yeah.
So you want to learn choir? Let me show you.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it's after I came out of that, and then I'm on my own for like a year or two. I'm just trying to get my own studio.
Yeah.
But then I went to work after that, 2015, 16 there, ne? 16, 17, I think should be around there. I was with Toivo. What do they call the place?
Leatherman.
Leatherman.
What's the studio's name? What is
I worked there.
name? Oh my gosh.
Pamoja Records.
Yeah, Pamoja
So
Records.
sorry, Pamoja Records.
Yes.
Sorry, Leatherman, Pamoja Records. Yes.
And that's where you also work with Keynote?
I started, me and Keynote know each other for a long time.
From long time.
No, Keynote is from Masanga.
Yeah, Masanga,
Yeah, so I know Keynote through Arafat.
Yeah, okay.
The late Arafat.
Yeah,
I know because Arafat also I know him since the early 2000s.
Yes.
2000. I was in the same church as I'm in the same church as Arafat.
Jesus Center.
Yes.
Aha,
Yeah,
okay.
I know Arafat before even in studio while he was playing. He was the piano player there. So but I didn't know Keynote there.
Did you influence Arafat as well?
I was already like almost 5 years in the game. Then Arafat is coming to ask me, how can I run a studio?
Yeah.
So I show him.
Yeah. This is why we say he's the grandfather of your code. Now, okay, cool. Now there's this realization that the game has changed.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
The sound has changed, the game has changed, the attitude has changed. It's now streaming, it's now YouTube, it's the attitude, the mannerism of the game has changed. Did you sit there and think yesterday, where do I find myself in this new change?
Yes, of course, too many times. The whole era have changed. The whole sound, everything have changed. The first thing I recognize is that, now this is what I wanted to tell you after now that whole coming back.
Yes.
I realize if I have to come back in this industry, I need to be strong in something that people can see too and say why they need to come back to me. I started thinking like that. So the first thing I noticed when I listened to our music, even myself, my own stuff from back in the day, I said, no, let me start training myself. I started falling into books and started training myself. You understand? It took me almost 2 years to get back. Okay. I was just in books.
Okay.
I'm training. No wonder I became a teacher.
Yeah.
I even started bringing up other colleges things on the internet. I'm training myself like this. So I look at the quality, overall quality of music. Why can't music not reach our borders? Why do people always say, no, your quality is too low? I'm looking at all those aspects. What type of quality must you have to be on the certain type of platform on the social media? I'm now dealing with all that. I mastered it.
And you mastered it.
I mastered it now.
Okay.
And that's why people are now even calling me back again.
Yeah.
Elvo, I want this quality. Maybe they might not produce with me, but they know. Yeah. At least this guy know our quality. Now they are running back now. They come, hey bro, can you make my vocal sound like, cause I have to. You have to come back with something. Because there's too many producers.
Exactly.
Studios are all over.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
You're not the
you
only
need to you need to now really now say where you going to sit here now.
Exactly.
So
this is your niche now.
Yeah. So I came back as a sound engineer now.
Yeah. You as a sound engineer.
Yeah, you see now how I come back.
I see.
Not as the producer now.
Yeah.
Now I'm like the sound engineer even to studios and to some others now. Because they would come to beats that they bought wherever. They even record other studios. But at least I know they will not go anywhere. We have to go to Elvo for our sound.
Yeah.
Somewhere at least I have to have
Yeah.
I have to hold.
That's commendable, my man.
Yeah, but I had to master myself.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it took a lot of work. It's a lot of guts
Yo,
and-
my brother, I had
A lot of
to look at every decibel you could learn in the books. Look, for me to learn out of books, it's not a new thing to me because back then you didn't have internet, so you physically have to buy the book and learn.
read it.
So for me, it's nothing.
Yeah.
So now I even have internet. I mean, it's even more easier.
Yeah.
So I really went and totally. I even went to look at modules, how students study, and what all I go through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I totally understand everything, what the whole modules, I know the whole college curriculums, all those things I had to go through.
As we close off this conversation, I have to ask you two things, right? I'll start off with a current phenomena that we've had, a realization that we've had on this very couch.
Yeah.
We had a conversation with Sula. Sula was on the couch here, and Sula made, he alleged a couple of things. The podcast is up on our social platforms, on every New Era platform. You are more than welcome to go check it out. He alleged that that Frida is being held captive by her husband and her manager, Dr. Mondo.
Oh, I know Dr. Mondo. I worked
Exactly.
with him also.
That's what I want to
With
ask
Frida.
you. Yes.
Yeah. I worked with him.
Because in our research, we uncovered that you were actually the man that was behind.
You guys already discovered it.
we do our work here. We do our work here.
Okay.
We discovered that you were actually the man.
Yeah.
Let me not say production, because you know they come with their own sound also to you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But you sort of kind of help them with the production.
Yes.
Yeah. Of Dr. Mondo, the joint album, Dr. Mondo and Frida.
Yes.
I think it's Black is Magic or something like that.
I will not know the album.
Yeah, yeah, okay, but something like that later we are still to be corrected. And there was a question of whether this is the Frida that we know. There was a question of, is this really the Frida that we know? Because the quality came in question. Do you understand? And everyone started with, in this conversation started with Sula with question where Sula said, look.
Yeah, she sounds
look,
different.
Yeah, look at Boom Boom Boom. That era. Look at One Man Can Change the World and all these beautiful songs and her time with Gulliver. And look at now, this thing that we have here. How can you say that
There's a
this
change.
is that freedom? What happened there, Buddha? Make us understand, because you were in studio with them.
I will also produce for Girl Level, so I'll rate her from where
see,
I produce.
you produce
I
for
produce
Girl Level.
Shake It, Shake It.
You produce Shake It, Shake It.
Yeah.
So you are the right man to ask this question.
Yeah.
What is going on? Is there a drop in quality? Were you restricted in terms of saying, listen, maybe this is not it? Or
No,
were you
Frida
just
is
doing your
not
work?
sounding the same.
You admit she's not sounding the same.
As a producer, I mean, not in a bad way, you know. I'm just saying, according to my experience from the Girl Level. Remember, I also worked with Girl Level. So I think I have the right to say, since I work with them, that Frida doesn't sound the same. She's different now. It's not the same Frida anymore.
So, and you're not saying it in a bad way.
Yeah, no, come on, I can't say that. Are you trying to say I must say she sound bad now? I don't know.
Because the quality is in question here.
Oh, is that what you're asking?
Yes.
I would say
of the songs.
if you rate the previous Girl Level songs to the new songs, if I'm an artist, so let me say I'm the audience.
If you're the audience.
Yeah, let's say I'm the audience. I'll go for the old one. I don't know if that answers your question.
When you were in studio with them, what was your role? Did you direct the songs, or did you just help with the sound engineering element?
For which? Oh, this now.
Yeah.
No, I was not in production too much. Nothing. I wasn't involved. I'm only the type of sound guy there. I'm very distant there. So the guy, Mr. Mundo, will just call me, and then he already have something produced there. Vocals, everything is there.
So you just come.
I might even just be the guy listening. He will say, yeah, well, listen to this, man. Do you think this is okay? Then I said, no, let me see. There must be this changes. But like I said, if the person is already confident of what he wants, I can only advise. I can only say, we can do this way, it can also work. No, but I'm sure this will work. Okay, then go your way. You know.
So you can't really say.
I'm also part of his company. I can't decide there. I can advise. Yeah, I was there as look at me as an advisor. Yeah, because they do everything. Mr. Mondo is doing productions. You understand? He's doing the productions.
when you were involved in the sound engineering, was Frida around?
Yes. We go to the flat in town. They take me there.
Okay. So, in your observation, if there were any observation, does Sula's alleged claims make sense in that Frida is being held captive?
Captive. Look, if that is Frida's choice, then she must not captive. I would say it comes from both sides. If Frida wants to get out and she don't know how to get out, I think that is how I understand captive.
Yeah.
But if she wants that and she likes what she's been given, then it must, what do we call that now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I misunderstand the question, sorry. But really, look, for me, all I'm saying is I've been with Mr. Mundo, I've been with Frida, and these people were very happy together as they're working. I see two happy people with their product. I see two very happy people there.
Okay.
So what do I say? No,
What do you say? Exactly? Last question. As we close off this conversation on this beautiful Friday, speaking to one of the greatest producers in this country, Jackson Kayewa,
Yes.
one of the greatest musicians this country has ever produced, has been doing music since the liberation struggle,
Yes.
before independence.
Yes.
He unfortunately died penniless,
Of course.
and there were calls for a state funeral for him, and for him to be buried at the Heroes Acre.
I heard about it.
Okay, it was not. These calls were not answered. Recently, we lost Nakale Yanakale,
Nakale.
and again, one of the greatest musicians this country
Cannibal
has
also.
ever seen.
Mr. Cannibal also.
Mr. Cannibal, Arafat,
Arafat. Oh, all. Yeah, it was the Eclipse.
Eclipse, great musicians.
The legends. Those are
legends
legends. Yeah.
that contributed to the sound of this country.
Yes.
That contributed, dare I say, even to the
Mr. Pedrito also.
Pedrito.
I don't want to
Also
leave them out. All these people, I've been in studios with them, so
Exactly.
I totally respect them. Like I said, I'm not alone.
And
They are all-
Pedrito, they say that he was one of the forefathers of Kwiku even.
He is the one.
All these people, there was a shout from the arts industry to say, can the government recognize and say, look, we recognize what this gentleman has done or what this female has done for this country.
Yeah.
Do you, right now, as you are live right now, cameras in front of you,
Yeah.
do you wish to be accorded a state recognition one day when you pass on? Do you want to be recognized by the state to say, listen, Elvo Dirgat is going to go into the official books of the government. He's going to go into the official recognition of the government to say, this man is the man that contributed to the well-being of this country because of the work that he has done in his field. Is that something that you want? Is that something that you see?
I first of all, thank you for this platform. I first want to say that let me first go back to see the type of work you are doing, because you were supposed to do something special to be able to think that way. I'm not thinking any specialty about me, but at least if it has to do with our country, I just want the country to recognize us. I believe, at least in my own state, that I'm just believing so. Music, if let's say I wasn't there, I didn't exist, I wasn't in this country, I was not here, I don't believe music would have arrived as it arrived now. At least that I believe in myself. At least I have that proudness of myself. Just so that everybody, I'm not a guy who want to talk. I'm not the type of guy. But at least I believe so. I worked hard enough in this country. There was nothing when I came here. When I came here, there was only Jackson Kayewa was there. There was Rashiyama here. There was artists. Like I said, the dog was there, all this. But was the success there? There was not. You are not having, you can't talk about, I sold 7,000 and 10,000 copies. There is no such thing. You can't make money. These people are living like stars. You understand? Even though I'm not living like a star, no, I don't live like a star. But some of them live like stars now. You
based
understand?
on your...
That's what I'm saying. What if I wasn't there?
Yes. Yes.
Let's just say that. But, I mean, it's most your word or whose word or what. I mean, there's no proof because there's nothing been captured on camera at that time. It's just my word. But, like I said, for the effort I put it in this country, since 2002 at least.
Say 1993, bro.
No, 93, because you know why I'm saying it, because I'm talking about my production.
Professionally now.
Yeah, professionally.
Okay, all right.
I released that's why I'm saying that I understand there's people that, that's why I'm being direct as how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Someone might say, for how long are you doing music? For 10 years, but you see the other 5 years, he was still just a... I don't talk like that. If I say I do music for 20 years, you must know I'm only counting from 2002.
2002, yeah.
Then I'm saying 20 years. We didn't even talk about 93. Where I was struggling, being an artist. I'm even forgetting that.
Yeah.
You understand? So at least, that's why I'm saying at least my country. Please, I'm not saying I did my part, I must rest. I will never rest. As long music is in my blood, I will never rest. Till the day I close my eyes, I will still push this thing. Because I was born with this thing. But please, my country, is all I'm saying, Namibia, please see, at least and appreciate. That's all what we have done. On what way you want to appreciate us, our motherland, it's up to you. You can decide how do you want to. And then the other thing is also, please don't appreciate us when we die.
Right now already.
Please, don't do that. I don't care. Look, if I'm dying, maybe you don't even know where my soul is going. Somewhere else, it's going. It's just the body lying there. The body doesn't want to be treated special. My soul wants to be treated special. Yeah. But you can't catch that soul that time. It's gone. So please, we need to treat each other like there's no tomorrow. Let's treat each other special now. If I did a special thing, why did I do a special thing? Only when I die, I did a special thing. I'm telling now, as I'm saying, sitting here right now, this is the work. I don't have to repeat myself. You already told why I started. That's what I did. So, is it special to you or it's not special to you? Read it. And then final.
Yeah. Elvo Diergaard, yeah. Dr. Mavovo,
yeah.
The one and only,
yeah.
The greatest of them all, the Godfather.
No,
thank you so much for granting me your audience.
Thank you.
We are honored. Yeah. My team behind the scenes is honored.
I appreciate this.
And I can only say that this interview has been captured. Yes. It's going to live forever.
Thank you.
100 years from now, they will know your name.
Yeah. Thank you
so much.
Thank you. I appreciate this.
NSK Loop comes to you every single Friday. We capture authentic Namibian stories. We bring it to you. We contextualize some of these rumors, some of these stories, and we share information that you didn't even know about. This man produced Piki Piki. This man was behind all of the race hits. My good, and I'm sure there's so much other songs that we didn't even cover and albums in this conversation that he was involved with. Perhaps that's your homework. That's perhaps maybe where you have to DM him and say, "It's a Khurut man, please tell us about your story again. Which albums did you cover? Where can I buy these albums again? How do I support you?" Thank you so much. My name is NSK. Until the next one, we say, get yourself a newspaper, The New Era, and GMTN. Boom!
What you say?